The Fines Clinic, we've done outposts with the Fines Clinic. That was at St Mary's House of Welcome, so working with homeless people directly, trying to make contact with them. In terms of intellectual disabilities, I suppose our service is one where we need to make sure that people are wanting to come along and understand their options. So sometimes we do get people where their workers will bring them along. We have had people ring as well who might already be linked in with state trustees, and state trustees now have financial counsellors, so we may refer them back to the financial counsellors there. So, I mean, I'm sure we have seen people with intellectual disabilities, but we would just need to make sure that it's a relationship that there's capacity for us to work together, I suppose. So the work and development permits have been around for a while, but they're new to us at the NJC. We've only recently become sponsors. So if people have fines, then the criteria is really the same as for special circumstances. So alcohol and drug, homelessness, mental health issues, family violence issues, but also financial hardship is another criteria. So say in terms of training, I suppose what I mean is if someone's studying, then they can use the hours of study. There's a work off rate that you can use to work off fines through study or through volunteer work, or there's a few other ways of doing it as well. But in terms of training, that's what I'd meant. Like if people are involved in studying or doing even like, they might be doing English as a second language, those sort of training things can work towards working off fines. Well, I know that RMIT have actually got a WDP, they're a WDP sponsor. So if people are at RMIT and they've got infringements, then they can link in with that person there. But it's a little bit complicated because for us, we do financial counselling, but we would have to bring people on as third parties to provide a service. So we need to get whatever the training institution, we need to make sure that they're able to be wanting to be a participant, because we need to record the person's hours per month that they do in that training, and we need to get the training provider to clarify that the hours are the same for auditing purposes. So, but there's lots of different scope in terms of training and volunteer work. It's just whether people are willing to become sponsors or third-party sponsors.
We don't have specific research for our exhibition program, but there is plenty of research and projects out there around the impact of art on mental health and as a type of therapy. Art therapy is an entire job within itself. We have actually been working on some artist interviews for our current exhibition, but one of my colleagues, Kim, who's in the room today, actually has been putting together these videos. So what I will do is in the follow-up email that'll get sent out to everyone is include a few of those links. One of our artists, Lawrence, talks really very openly about how the art for him is incredibly meaningful from a mental health perspective, and not only just doing the art, but the opportunity for it to be then displayed in a community place is incredibly powerful. So I'll ensure that I can include that. In terms of reoffending rates, I can't tell you anything off the top of my head, but when it comes to employment, essentially programs that are about engaging people and getting them getting them reconnected or connected at all to their local community, and giving some kind of purpose. There's a lot of evidence around those sorts of programs being really critical to, stopping reoffending from happening. This program is probably more specifically about, I would say it more sits within community crime prevention than in terms of reoffending rates. So this program and the workshops is more about engaging people before they even get to that point where they would be in a situation where they would be before a court, would be part of it. So I'll be able to send out a link for the virtual exhibition, which again, Kim, our wonderful media officer, has put together. But now that density limits have reduced in buildings, there's a little bit more flexibility with coming to see artwork in person. We would hope to have, with COVID, we were not able to celebrate the opening of this exhibition. So we are hoping that we can have an end of the exhibition sort of party or gathering in August, September, COVID allowing, of course. And we'll invite artists and other community members to come in and have tours of the building and see the different artwork. Another way to see it would be, we're actually participating in Open House, which is about architecture and design in Melbourne. So the NJC participates in that most years, so we'll be open for tours then, and it's another opportunity to see inside the building, the artwork, and hear a little bit more about what we do.
Right, excellent. So thank you everyone for joining us today and taking the time. Yeah, we hope we see you the next time we do our next sessions on our speaker series. So thank you. Thanks, guys.